Okay, so here we are. And as always, we start by learning from others. So I'm using this book, Jesus Calling. And remember, we don't have to agree with the author. All I'm asking myself is to listen to someone else and just to try to understand. I don't have to agree. I don't have to like it. Just listen to understand. Okay, September 17th. You will not find my peace by engaging in excessive planning, attempting to control what will happen to you in the future. That is a commonly practiced form of unbelief. When your mind spins with multiple plans, peace may sometimes seem to be within your grasp, yet it always eludes you. Just when you think you have prepared for all possibilities, something unexpected pops up and throws things into confusion. I did not design the human mind to figure out the future. That is beyond your capability. I crafted your mind for continual communication with me. Bring me all your needs, your hopes and fears. Commit everything into my care. Turn from the path of planning to the path of peace. Okay, so in this text, they're talking about peace and planning, and that excessive planning can get in the way of peace. That's at least one of the things I'm hearing. And we are being asked to I think we're being asked to avoid excessive planning and try to and thereby create peace in the moment, as far as I understand. He also talks about the mind, that the mind is not designed to figure out the future. That's beyond the mind's capability. So the mind, as far as I understand, is something that works here on Earth, but there's a consciousness that it's accessible not by the mind, but by the spirit. And how do we connect to that higher consciousness? It's not going to be through the mind. It's going to be through the spirit, as far as I understand. And the book we're going to use in positive psychology, starting in October, is The Power of Now. And Eckhart Tolle talks about this to some point, or to a certain degree. Okay, so if you want to, we can play with the two concepts of planning and peace. That excessive planning might be a hindrance to experiencing peace. So if you want to, you can play with those two concepts today, or pick something else. Okay, so find your seat, sit up tall. You can place your hand on your belly and maybe one hand on your heart. And then start moving your feet, looking at your feet, lifting the heels, lifting the toes. You can use your eyes to look at your feet, see that they are there, connected to the earth. You can use your sense of touch to feel the connection between the soles of the feet to the earth. Maybe bring your awareness to your breathing and just notice your breathing. So don't change the breathing in any way. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And then release. Come back to neutral. And then if you want to bring your awareness to your two sitting bones, so really feel your two sitting bones. And then play with the idea that there is one part of you who sometimes goes into excessive planning. And there is another part of you that can access peace. So planning, peace, planning, peace. So just by kind of acknowledging or at least playing with the idea that we have different parts in us and they do different things. So excessive planning, peace, planning, peace, planning, peace. And then finding your way back to neutral. And this time, if you want to, bring your awareness to your breathing. If you want to, you can place your hands on your belly and then lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale. As you inhale, maybe notice how the belly is expanding, just like a balloon. So inhale into your belly. And then exhale. Okay, this time place your hands on your rib cage, on your lower part of your rib cage. And we're going to inhale first into the belly and then into the rib cage. So, or maybe place one hand on your belly and one on your rib cage. So inhale into belly and rib cage. And then exhale. So inhale and notice how the belly expands and then how the rib cage expands. One more time. Inhale into belly, rib cage, and release. Okay, check it out. And this time we're going to do a full 3-part breath. So the first part, bring your breath into your lower belly. The second part, the rib cage. And the third part, all the way up to the top of the lungs, somewhere around your collarbones. So imagine inhaling into belly, rib cage, top of the lungs, and then exhale. Inhale into lower belly, rib cage, collarbones. Exhale. Inhale into belly, rib cage, collarbones, and release. Okay, check it out. I'm going to do one more thing, one more breathing exercise. For this time, instead of thinking about the belly and the rib cage and the collarbone, think about the lungs. So imagine the two lungs as balloons, balloons that can expand and release, expand and release. So on the inhale, so try to expand the balloons as much as you can, hold it for a moment, and then let it release. Okay, so if you want to bring the image of two balloons and then inhale to expand them, hold it for a moment, and then exhale. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale, expand. Hold it for a moment and release. Last time. Inhale to expand. Hold it for a moment and exhale. Okay, and then shake it out. And then place your hands on your knees and then starting the cat-cow motion. Maybe notice how the breath kind of follows your body. So notice, when do you exhale and when do you inhale? And then after you have observed without judgment, ask yourself, is the breathing that you're using, is it helpful? If it is, continue with what you're doing. If it's not, try something else. And then come back to neutral. Shake it out. Okay, this time we're going to use the arms. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. This time we're going to add a twist. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to neutral. Okay, shake it out. And then start playing the piano. Playing the piano. So play the piano. And you can play quietly. You can play very loudly. You can play a lot of keys using all your fingers. Or maybe you just want to use your index fingers. Or maybe you want to use your pinkies. So playing the piano. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. And then reach and reach and reach. And notice as you're reaching how the skin on your side is stretching. And then maybe imagine how inside the skin, the rib cage is expanding and the lung is stretching too. So stretch out your lungs, stretching out your lungs. And then reach and turn and look behind you. Allow the fingers to move away from each other. Release the shoulders, neck is long. And maybe play with the idea that by releasing and allowing, the fingers are reaching further and further away. And then imagine that your arms are getting longer and longer, and they're reaching all around the globe, all around the globe. So they're reaching around the globe, and the fingertips are touching on the other side of the earth. And then release. Maybe roll the shoulders one way and then the other way. Okay, maybe this time we're going to play the guitar. So play the guitar. And you can play with the right hand, or try to play the other way. Oh, that's hard. Try to play guitar with the hand that you wouldn't normally play with. So playing the guitar with the non-dominant hand. That feels weird. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, and then reach and notice how you're pushing the foot into the earth to reach up higher towards the sky. And the skin is stretching, the rib cage is expanding, and the lung is stretching too. And then reach, turn to the other side, open up the arms. And then on every exhale, allow the arms to get a little longer and longer so they reach around the entire earth. So you're kind of hugging the entire earth. So allow your arms to grow around the earth and give the entire earth a hug. And then release, shake it out, kick and scream if you need to. And then roll the shoulders one way and then the other way. Okay. And then place your arms in cactus. And then slowly twisting from side to side. So in yoga, twisting represents perspective. Or at least that's one of the things twisting can symbolize. So how can I widen my perspective? And one way is so the books that I'm picking something, and we don't have to like what we read. We don't have to agree with the author. We can simply listen to understand. We don't have to agree. Listen to understand and widening my perspective. I can still think that someone is wrong, but simply listening to understand might gain more perspective. And then sometimes we swim forward, and sometimes we swim backwards. And sometimes I don't know, we just play around in the water. Okay, now letting the elbow and the knee get together for a quick coffee. So the part of you that likes to plan, imagine how that is getting together with a part of you that enjoys or prefers peace. So what happens when planning and peace get together for a quick coffee? What do they talk about? And then cross the midline. And then stay in connection. So stay in connection. So maybe imagine the planning part of you and the peace part of you sitting there having coffee, and they don't agree. They don't agree. Can they listen to understand? Can they listen to understand? And then try the other side. So the peace part of you is having coffee with the planning part of you, and they see the world differently. Okay, let's try all four. Let's try all four. So staying in connection with a part of you that you or with the two parts of you that don't see things the same way. Can you stay in connection to try to understand? And then eventually release and kick and scream. Kick and scream. That's okay too. Okay. So with a wide and stable foundation, we can explore these uncomfortable concepts. So one part of us sometimes goes into excessive planning, controlling, and hoping that we gain peace by doing that. And according to that book, often when we try to control it, it disappears. We're not getting the peace we're looking for. And another part of us is finding peace. There is a part of us that is at peace. So planning, peace. Planning, peace. And then life is more than excessive planning and peace. So what is in between excessive planning and peace? What's in between? Exploring all the colors, all the nuances. And then coming back to neutral. Jump the feet together. No, not yet. We're going to paint the picture first. Okay, so starting with the planning part of us. So imagine the planning part of you, give it a color, and then use your fingers, dip your colors in the paint, and then draw the image. Draw the image of planning. Draw the image of planning. And then release that image. And then go to the peace part of you. So think about peace, give it a color. Use your fingers to put the fingers in the paint, and then draw the image of peace. Draw the image of peace. And then release. And then jump the feet together. And now we're going to write the story. Write the story. So using words. So spread the toes, dip the toes in ink, and then write the story of excessive planning and controlling. So write the story about excessive planning and controlling. So what's going on when the part of you that prefers planning like goes into high gear? What is going on then? So write the story. And then step out wide. Elbows to knees, fingertips together. The pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. Lengthen the spine. Imagine how from your tailbone there is a root going, and it grows into the earth. And then from the crown of the head, a beam of light is going up and forward, up and forward. And maybe imagine how that beam of light is going up and around out into the universe, and then it comes back and it connects with the root. So imagine a big or a long light beam of light going up, around, connecting to your own root. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can release the hands down. Maybe use your elbows to push the knees out wide to open up the hips. Maybe drop the head, allowing gravity to open up your back body. Inhale, come back up. And then place your right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. And then gently guide that right knee out wide. Seated pigeon. Maybe add a little bit of movement. Maybe lean forward. Find a way that works for you. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And maybe imagine how you're hugging not only yourself, but you're hugging the entire earth. You're giving the earth a hug. Okay, and then move into your version of seated eagle posture. And this eagle is planning. It's planning, excessive planning, controlling. So look at this eagle. Look at the feathers, the beak, the wings. How does it fly? How does it feel? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, let's try the other side. So this time we're gonna dig a little deeper in the part of us that experiences peace. So open up the toes, dip the toes in ink, and then write the story of peace. Write the story of peace. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. Lengthen the spine. And once again, maybe imagine how a beam of light is going out through the crown of your head, up and out into the universe, and then it keeps on going, and then it comes back around and connects with your tailbone. So that could be an image that you might want to play with. Okay, place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky and push into both hands to come into a twisting motion. Breathe. If you want to, the top arm can come up, reaching, 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 pushing into earth to reach higher. And then that top hand comes down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, left hand walks forward, look under your armpit. Inhale, back, elbows to knees, rest, recover, get ready. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky, push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist. Can we listen to understand, to expand or widen our perspective? And then allow the arm to come up and reach higher, higher. And then eventually thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk the hand forward and look under the armpit. Okay, inhale back, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Rest. Recover. And get ready. Okay, left foot on right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out. Maybe adding some movement. Listening to your body. Like, what is your body telling you? What is your body telling you? What's the information that's stored in the tissues? And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And this time, maybe imagine that the earth is hugging you. Maybe imagine that the earth is hugging you. How does it feel to have those earthly arms around you, hugging you? Okay, and then moving into your version of seated eagle posture. You can place your hands on your forehead and then move them away and up, away and up. Okay, this eagle is filled with peace. This eagle is filled with peace. So look at this eagle. What does it sense? What does it do? How does it move? Fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, so let's have a wide and stable stance again. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand that feels funny. Straighten the elbows. Breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Okay, now imagine your arms as wings and your fingers as feather. Now, so lengthen your arms and wings, spread them out wide, wide, wide. Feel the feathers catching the wind, and then get out there in the world and fly around, fly around, fly around. Turn the palms up to get up even higher. Exhale and dive deep. Inhale up. Exhale, dive deep. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, dive deep, and this time bring your arms behind you and hold on to opposite forearms, and then stay here. Stay here. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. If you want to, you can bring awareness to your lungs. On the inhale, imagine how they are expanding just like a balloon. And on the exhale, they are softening and releasing. Okay, release the right arm, shake it out, bring it up and over. Imagine how the fingertips are connecting. Bring awareness back to your breathing. And then release. Come back to holding your forearms behind your back. Rest. Recover. And get ready. Release the left arm, shake it out, bring it up and over. Imagine how the fingertips are connecting. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And then release the left hand back behind your back. Maybe this time you can hold on to your elbows or not. Stay where you are. Just bring awareness to your breathing. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. And then release both arms, shake it out, lift and release, lift and release, lift and release. Okay, now we're going to build some strength in the legs. So big inhale, exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. And then go for the magic 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Rest. Recover. Get ready. Big inhale. Exhale. Push into the earth and come up to standing. Another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Rest. Recover. And then get ready. Big inhale. Exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. Okay, breath of joy, starting with the arms out wide. 3 inhales and 1 exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. Let them go. Loosen up the shoulder. Let the arms become really long. And then letting the elbow and knee get together for a quick coffee. The planning part of you and the peace part of you. What happens when they get into conversation? And then finding the position of power. Position of power. Feel the stability. Place your hands on your power center, the place from where we take hopefully skillful action. Bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale into your power center. Exhale and share your gifts with the world. Inhale. Exhale and stay open. Stay open, stay open. Hands on your hips and then building external support in the hips. And then lean and lift. Breathe, be patient. Try the other side, lean and lift. And then eventually taking skillful action. Okay, let's do 3 sun salutations. So I start with my feet hip distance apart. That gives me a little bit more stability. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, your hands down. And if you want to, you can draw like the line on your mid-body. Or your face at least. Okay. Second one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. So trace the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. So giving your own heart a hug. Give your own heart a hug. And then release. Hands on your hips. And then without bending the knees, lift the hips and walk forward. Big toes to touch. Okay, we're going to step back to warrior one. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step the right foot back. Create the base. Bring the upper body up. And then the arms. Warrior one. Hands in your back pockets. Bring the elbows towards each other. And then transfer the weight forward towards warrior three. You can keep both hands on the chair, maybe bring one out or both. That's your choice. Bend the top knee, bring it forward, give yourself a hug, and then back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step the left foot back, build the foundation, bring the upper body back up, and then the arms. Hands in your back pockets. Transfer the weight moving into warrior three. You can keep 2 fingers on the chair if you want to, or bring the arms out to the side. Bend the top knee, bring it forward. Give yourself a hug. And then back to Tadasana. Okay, stepping back to Warrior Two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Stepping back the right foot, open up the pelvic half. Now the belly is facing the side of the mat. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. So here we go. Flip the front hand and reverse the warrior. Bring your awareness to the side here. Notice how the skin is stretching, the rib cage is expanding, and how the lung is stretching too. And then move forward. So forward is, so in the text they talk about the human mind we don't have the capacity to understand or see the future. There's nothing wrong with preparing, but excessive planning seems to get in the way of peace, according to the text today. Back to the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee. Release the hand down for Trikonasana. Bend the front knee, back to Warrior Two one more time. Hands on the chair, stop for a moment. And then move into Ardha Chandrasana. So the left hand is on the floor, the right hand is on the chair, and lifting that right foot up into the sky. Bend the top knee, and then back to Tadasana. Other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step the left foot back, open up the pelvic halves, and your belly is facing the side of the mat now. Side warrior, Warrior Two. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Now bring your awareness to your right side or the front side, and notice how the skin is stretching, the rib cage is expanding, and that lung is stretching too. And then move into an extended side angle. Are you preparing, or are you excessively planning for the future? Come back to Warrior Two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana. The front hip goes back and up, back and up. And then rebend the front knee, coming back to Warrior Two one last time. Place the hands on the chair. Move forward, the right hand goes on the floor, the left hand is on the chair, and lift up that left leg for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. Bend the top knee and come back to Tadasana. Okay, starting in tree posture. So we have let's imagine that we all have 100 seeds in us. We all have the same seeds, everyone. We all have the same 100 seeds. One seed is excessive planning, and another seed is peace. And we can choose which one we're gonna add water and sunshine to, and so forth. So let's so here we are. So now let's pick the seed of excessive planning, drop it, and just see what happens when we allow that seed to grow. So imagine dropping the seed of excessive planning and control. And what happens when we let that seed grow? What does that tree or shrub or flower look like? And then release. Okay, now pick the seed that has peace in it. So we all have a seed of peace in us. So take that one, drop it, and watch what happens when we allow that seed to grow and thrive in us. What happens then? What does that tree look like? And then release. Okay, place the hands on the chest, step back to plank posture, and then use your feet to move back and forth a few times. Push your hips back to down dog. And then release the knees down, untuck the toes, and rest in child's posture. Inhale, come up, clasp the hands, create support, tuck the toes, engage the core, lift the knees, and come up into dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and come all the way up to standing. Okay, so we have about 5-6 minutes for the seated meditation. So I'm going to read the text again and then see what happens. You will not find my peace by engaging in excessive planning, attempting to control what will happen to you in the future. That is a commonly practiced form of unbelief. When your mind spins with multiple plans, peace may sometimes seem to be within your grasp, yet it always eludes you. Just when you think you have prepared for all possibilities, something unexpected pops up and throws things into confusion. I did not design the human mind to figure out the future. That is beyond your capability. I crafted your mind for continual communication with me. Bring me all your needs, your hopes and fears. Commit everything into my care. Turn from the path of planning to the path of peace. Okay, so we have about like 4 minutes. So here we go. Take your seat, sit up tall, bring your awareness to your breathing, and then I'll be silent. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Bring your hands up to Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank you, inner guide, past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, And thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.